You know what? It is dangerous if my life is a lie. Do you see how that would be? Do you notice this? And you can kind of illustrate this in many different ways, but what we're so afraid of losing is the lie we hide behind. It's like, I'm so afraid of what people think about me, which says, I want people to think something about me. That isn't true. So you're protecting this image of yourself that is a lie. And the truth of you can't protect that lie. You have to let go and allow people to think whatever they think. This is the great destruction of the truth. It is the light that casts out darkness. Darkness is the lie. And playfully and adorably as human beings, we are so full of lies. We are so full of lies in the way of fears we hide behind. Fears we hide behind. These are lies. We make up excuses that are lies. And what are those lies other than statements that say it's not okay for you to be you? Isn't that so interesting how it's that flavor of darkness that is the cage around our heart, to where the heart can't breathe? This, though, also is the great human adventure. In one way, playfully speaking, you're born into a world of darkness, of lies. And your role is to look within, find the light, and let it shine through the raw humanity of what you are. Is this not the journey you've been on? My goodness. In one way, it's so obvious that this is what's been happening the whole time. I wonder if you can see that. Like any flavor of progress that you've made in your life, is it not facing a fear that told a lie and you refuse to believe it anymore and you just move through it? And you found out in many different ways that you're more capable than you thought, that you are deserving of your heart's sincerity, that it's okay to be honest. This is the adventure. You see, if light wants to expand, it has to go into dark places. And we have an ocean of darkness to explore on the inside of what we are. And just as easily, we could say the light is the love that wants to expand. And for love to expand, it needs to seek out all that is fearful. That's where love expands, into the fearful. This is the human adventure. And the love that moves through you is simply the sincerity of what you are. It is your raw humanity. A love that wants to honor what is true, what is real, what is authentic. You know what's fascinating to me is within all the spiritual or religious texts, and even all the dogma, in some way it says you need to worship God. Okay, what is God? God is the truth. Okay, what is the truth? The truth of life. What is the truth of life? What is real? But you see, we create all these names and these images, and then we go and worship those images, but those aren't real. They're pointers. So what are they pointing to? They're pointing to the truth. The truth is what's real. The truth is what's sacred. The truth is what sets you free. Isn't that what you want to be set free? You? The real you? Starting to make a lot of sense, isn't it? The devotion to what's true could also be said as the devotion toward what is deeply sincere. And of course, just like the religious or spiritual pointers, in one way it says you have to let go of everything else, right? Like this has to be your priority. But in a religious context, it can sometimes be offensive where it's like, you can only worship God. God has to be the most important. But what is that? The truth. The truth has to be the most important thing. It's your heart. What is real has to be the most important thing because it is the only thing. And it's the only thing you really want. It's what we always get brought back to as we go off in our great adventure of imagination. We are always brought back to this space of stillness, this space of silence, where the heart is asking for our attention. And that heart wants to breathe. In some way, there's a voice inside that says, I wish I could just be honest. I wish I could enjoy my life. But I've somehow put myself in this cage that doesn't allow me to breathe. This is its own adventure, by the way. In one way, I understand this could be perceived as negative, but it's not at all. You can see it that way, but it's not. It's such an epic opportunity. It's the classic holy shit moment where you stop and you say, wait, what am I doing? I'm alive. I'm here having this human experience. I'm alive. And without even realizing it, I've completely drowned out the voice of my heart. I've developed amazing strategies for ignoring its whispers, for numbing its pain, for distracting myself from its knocks on the door. What is this life I've been living? And yeah, you know what? Gosh, I feel that little thing inside that wants to cry. You know, it is scary. Yes, it is scary. There's so often this assumption that, oh, I'm scared, it must mean something's wrong. No, it is scary. And it is hard. But if there's one thing in this world to fight for, is it not for life? Which is the same as your heart? For what's real, for what's true? Or are we fighting for illusions? Illusions that try to control how other people see you, so you can keep hiding